Welcome to Admail's Email Builder. This short video will show you how to go from a design to a responsive email in just a few minutes. You can pause the video at any time. In this video, we're going to cover deleting elements, using boxes, using full width elements, using titles, adjusting images, creating borders, using columns, adding text, using buttons, and finally adding links to elements. Here we have our sample flyer. As you can see, it wasn't designed with the web in mind. Not only can we recreate the information for our email, but we can make it more functional. Let's start by clicking on Create New. As you can see, there are lots of templates to choose from. We're going to create our own. Let's start with a clean slate. When you select an element, up to the left there are breadcrumbs to all the elements related to your selection. In this case, we don't just want to delete the title, we also want to delete the box surrounding the title. So let's click Box and click Delete. Ideally, every element should be in a box. Click Box and drag it into place. Boxes give all internal elements padding. Our design needs 6 boxes. This becomes easiest with the Duplicate tool. The very top of our flyer has a full width element behind it. To add a full width, click on full width and drag it in to the very top. Select a color, and then drag our box into the full width element. Let's make our title, Memorial Day. Drag the title element into the box. Double-click to change the text. Right now the title is defaulted to heading number 1, but we can change it to heading number 2 to make it smaller, and heading number 3 to make it smaller still. We can also change what heading means in the typography section. We can make the font bigger, change the color, the spacing. Now we've made it much bigger, but it's still pulling to the left. That's easy to fix using the centering icon in the typography widget. Select it all and center it. Admail will allow you to add images and save them to your account to use for future projects. Select the image element and drag it into a box. Double-click on the photo icon. Your images will be available for all your future projects. If you select more images, stock images are available for free. To add the image, click on the plus sign. If you want to change your image, click on Jump to Gallery. Images default to the largest size possible, but you can make them larger and smaller using the scroll bar or adjusting the pixels. They also default to the center, but you can pull them to the left or to the right. Let's look at our flyer again. Some of our boxes contain columns within them. We can use the column tool to create this. Click on column and drag it into a box. The default will give you 2 columns. We want to add some text here. Drag the title into the box, double-click, and change the content. We want to change the setting to the smallest size, and we can change the color of the smallest heading. We want the text in this column to match the text in this column. To do that, we can use the Duplicate tool, drag the text into the other box, change the content, pull to the right. There, now they're the same. Let's look at our flyer again. On our flyer, we want 2 columns of text. Start by adding the columns to the box. One of the columns is going to be bigger than the other. We can do this by increasing or decreasing its width. At the bottom of the flyer, there are 3 columns. Click on Column and drag it into our box. The default is 2. To add additional columns, click on Add Column. As you can see, the additional column is at the smallest possible size. To equalize, click Equalize Columns. The most amount of columns you can have is 5. To delete a column, select the column and click on Remove Selected Column. Adding text is a lot like adding titles. Select the text and drag it into your column. Double-click to enter the content. Use typography to change the size and the color. We want our paragraph to be a different size and color. Select the text and drag it into our column. Double-click to change the content and use typography to change the size and the color. The second paragraph has a line at the bottom. We'll start by adding a box. Add the text element. Double-click to edit. Use typography to change the font and the color. Now we click on Box and use the border to make a line at the bottom. If we double-click on our content, we can also style inside our widget. If we want to remove our styles, select and click on Remove Style. The easiest way to add links is with buttons. Drag the button into the column. This will give you a default button. Double-click to edit just like in text. If you triple-click, it will give you the option to add an image. Change the content to the right. We can change the text. We can change the background color. And we can remove the borders. We want all our links at the bottom to look the same, so let's duplicate them. Now we just drag them into the other columns and change the content. There are lots of ways to add and style links on a page. Let's start with our buttons. Click on the button and add a link where it says URL. The default is an unsecured URL. For phone numbers, under Protocol, select Other. Begin your phone number with tel and then enter your phone number. For email links, select Email in the link type. Enter your email address and your default subject. You can also add links using the typography widget. Double-click on your text, select the text you'd like to link, and click the link button. And then add your URL. To the right, you can then style your link. Finally, we can add links to images. Select the image, and to the right, add your URL.
Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, contact us at support@admail.net or call us at 1-800-479-6233.